All right, what's going on, guys? Gleipnir, episode 1. Let's do it! All right, so this is quite the interesting episode here. You got this little guy with glasses, and he's going to school. And, I'm not really sure what's his deal. He seems to be a pervert of sorts. He's caught looking at a girl's underwear. And, it just so happens that, one day he's wandering around town and it's the middle of the night. And he finds this girl with her blouse open. You can see her bra and some of her cleavage. And he's like, hey, time to get my furry on. And, that's what he does. He turns into a dog and, just as he bursts through the brick wall like the Kool-Aid man, he decides, all right, I gotta save this chick. So he goes back, he carries the girl's body out of the building, and he's like, okay, time for my reward. But sometimes rewards turn into jail sentences, because it looks like he's committing sexual assault or something of that sort. But he decides against it. He's like, you know what? I don't need criminal charges on my record. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. And, I would agree. He could have at least taken a picture for his iPhone. There's no harm in that. Anyway, so he's going to school the next day, but somehow the unconscious girl was conscious. I guess she knew about the situation. And she's got the guy's phone because he leaves it there. She knows he's the stuffed dog plushie. And, she's like, hey, come to the roof. I'm going to put your phone on the edge of this rooftop. And when he starts to bend over to pick it up, she decides to kick him off the building. And it's over! I didn't like this little dweeb anyway, so I'm kind of glad that this was his final moments in the series, but unfortunately, his little dog transformation kicks in, so he's still alive. He doesn't know how the dog transformation happened, though. He seems thoroughly unaware of how his body goes through this monstrous change, where it turns into a plushy dog, but that's what it does. So she's like, whatevs, come to my apartment, watch me strip. And that's what she does. She just gives him a striptease. And now he's got a boner, but, they pan down to his pants where apparently he's supposed to be getting a stiffy. And I'm like, well, I don't see anything. But, he's holding down his pants. He doesn't want the main chick to see it. And I'm like, well, I don't see anything, dude. What are you covering? Anyway, then, she's, saying some things here or there. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't pay much attention to the plot or anything in this episode. I was just kind of, the fire was cool. And this main chick here, she's pretty sexy. But then anyway, they're having their little dispute. And all of a sudden, on the windowsill is another chick. So, just when you thought this was the luckiest bastard alive, where he's got this 9 out of 10 woman taking her clothes off for him, he's got another girl. So he's got a three-way on his hands. It's a pretty rough three-way, I'm not gonna lie. This girl, she's into the rough stuff. She's not playing any games. She just gets right down to business. And, dude turns into a dog again, and it looks like it's all over. There's some sort of coin involved with the soda machine. I'm not really sure. Guess they were thinking about getting a Fanta or something. Then the mysterious girl turns her body into a monster as well. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here? So a lot of questions unanswered in this first episode. We don't really know why these people are transforming into monsters. We have no idea what's going on with this coin machine. They kind of showed it in the beginning parts of the episode, but there was really no explanation. And in terms of the plot, it's kind of like a mystery. It's like, well, what's going on here? I guess they'll kind of reveal more details as we get into episodes 2, 3, and 4. But the characters are pretty edgy. Edgy to the point that it's actually pretty damn hilarious. I was laughing my balls off quite a few times, I'm not gonna lie. The animation is pretty top-notch, guys. Man, I love the 2D aesthetic, and it is really polished, and the character designs feel very realistic, despite the characters being very eccentric themselves. The aesthetic models of the characters are really well done, so I'm pretty happy with that. as an anime viewer, I mean, if it looks good and you get a few chuckles out of it and they kind of keep you intrigued enough where you want to see what happens, but you're like, yeah, this is probably going to be stupid anyway, but who cares? And I call that a win in my book. So, I'll be continuing this title. You can bet your bottom dollar. Bet your bottom dollar! If you got a bottom dollar, I'm not sure what that phrase is alluding to. People are going to have a stimulus package coming their way pretty soon, and that'll give them lots of bottom dollars to just throw around at Walmarts and such, and maybe get some toilet paper or some cleaning supplies. Anyway, back on topic, I was thinking of the girl with the mask, and it reminded me of coronavirus and people going insane. But anyway, Gleipnir is an interesting title. I'm probably going to misspell this one more than once, I can already tell. Apparently it's the E before the I. I guess it's I before E, except after G. So yeah, that's what it is, guys. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, this review didn't really explain anything, I don't even know the characters' names. Well, I never promised that this would be an informative review, now did I? I'll catch you guys on the flip side.